Kick the truth to the young black youth. Proof. Kick the truth to the young black youth. Proof. Kick the truth to the young black youth. Proof.
Yo, what's the deal? How's everybody doing on this Friday night? It's the Proof in the Pudding podcast show. And I go by the name of Scion919. And I'm real excited about today's show because I got my peoples in the building. Yo, I've been following her for a while. This is not her first time up here. Definitely a talented young lady. Yo, she's definitely an artist, a songwriter, and more. Yo, she's a model, actress, yo, doing big things. Yo, this is my good people right here. I got big love for her. So without any further ado, y'all, let's welcome her to the stage. She goes by the name of VSKYE. How you feeling today?
What's good, everybody? It's your girl VSKYE. Thank you for having me again for the second time. I appreciate it every time. You already know it.
Yo, it's all love, yo, and I definitely appreciate you coming through. So, yo, for the people that may not be familiar, right? Let's put them on real quick. Let's let them know about VSKYE. Let them know what type of sound you bring, and let's let them know where you're from.
Okay, well, I'm from Orlando, Florida. Currently in Atlanta, Georgia, for anybody who's willing to work. And my sound is kind of just like an R&B pop, I would like to say. Kind of a little bit mix of both. In a way, just got to listen to find out.
Yeah, that's the thing, yo. And you dope, yo. That's the thing. You're very creative, right? And not only do you do the music, you also do the modeling, the acting, and stuff like that. So it's like you're very creative. Like, what were some of your early inspirations that got you into entertainment?
Early inspirations, people like Christina Aguilera, Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, people like that. Christina Aguilera is really who got me into singing, but yeah, for the most part, those are my inspirations.
Okay. Yeah, and you got a song that I love. I ain't gonna front. Yeah, and I always mess with you on your posts, and I always put it in. If I knew then what I knew now, that is my jam. That's still my jam to this day, right there. I love that record, The Evils, right? So for the people that may have missed the first show, let's give them the backstory on what's that about. Because even with the visual, you're telling the story and you're telling a powerful message in that. So let's break down where The Evils came from.
For sure. So The Evil is based off of a abusive relationship that I had with a female. So I wanted to portray that with the song. The video is kind of a visual trigger warning if you get triggered by stuff like that. But it was just more so like I wanted to send out a message that it happens to a lot more people than they realize.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So let me ask you, okay, you've been in the game for a while, right? It's been a while since the last time you've been up here. Mm-hmm. What's some of the things that you learned since you got in the game?
Some of the things I've learned, don't be quick to accept help from just any and everybody. Right. Not everybody has the best intentions for you. So that would be the main one for sure.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
And right? No for an answer.
Right. All right, yo. So that's the thing right there, yo. And that's the thing. You're creative and you're dope, and you definitely have a powerful message with the video, right? Mm-hmm. So let's talk about it. Okay. So your growth from there, right? You say you went through an abusive relationship. You moved to the A.
Mhm.
What was that transition like for you? Because since the first time you've been on the show, you've been doing your thing in Atlanta.
Mhm.
So,
It's been it's had its moments. It's been rocky. It has its good days and its bads for sure. I'm still learning as I go. It's definitely very different from Florida for sure. But for the most part, it's been beautiful. It's been filled with a lot of growth.
yeah. And that's the thing. I salute you, yo, because like, yo, even from the first time you've been up here, I see you flying, you spreading your wings, and you doing your thing, and you branching out. You wearing different hats. We're gonna get to that later, right? Because like you're not just an artist, you do a lot. Yo, you got your hands on a lot of different things. So it's like, let's talk about your creative process. Like when you're coming up with a record, like how do you get inspired, and like what's your process when you come up with a record?
So I get inspired by my personal life experiences, things that I go through. Um, I really use writing as a way to kind of get my emotions out because I'm not always the best at communicating,
Right.
or even talking about my feelings. So I kind of use my music as a way to kind of get that out, kind of my therapy.
Right. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, music is therapeutic. Music is therapy. So that's the thing. When people look at you, right, they probably think, okay, yo, she's just this pretty innocent girl, da da da. But it's like, yo, you got a lot of knowledge. You're very deep. You know what I mean? From our conversation, you're very deep. You're very knowledgeable. You have a good head on your shoulders. So what's one misconception that people may have about V-Sky?
Um, that they could walk all over me, like take my kindness for weakness. That would
Right.
be the biggest misconception. Taking my kindness for weakness.
Wow. And that's real right there. And then it's like, yeah, you look so innocent, right? So the people that may not know, right? Let
I,
me ask you.
that'd be the reason why they take the kindness for weakness, I guess.
Right. Okay, but there's a firecracker in there. They don't know it's a firecracker. You ain't going for it. You're not going for it. You're definitely about your business and you're definitely about your brand. And I definitely respect that. So let me ask you, okay, being a beautiful woman in the industry, right? What's some of the disadvantages about being a female in the game?
People using, I guess, their place in the industry as like, I don't know. I've definitely come into contact with people using whatever they do in the industry kind of like as a leeway to try to get sex or
Right.
further or something other than business.
No, that's a fact right there. So how do you separate the real from the people that's like that? How do you separate the people that's about business versus the jokers that's trying to get with you? How do you separate the two?
Um, Personally, I like to establish like a relationship with somebody before I decide whether I want to do business with somebody. Cause all money is not good money. So you know, just because somebody's in the industry doesn't mean I have to work with them.
Right. And that's real right there. And that's a mistake a lot of people make. They looking at the opportunity, they looking at titles and they looking at, but again, a lot of times people get taken advantage of and they may have an ulterior motive. So it's like, yo, I can do this, but they may not have plans. They may be in the industry, but they may not have plans to get you in the industry. They may have plans to get you in the bedroom.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right. So, like, what advice would you give to women that's in the industry? Like, what type of things should they look out for? Because, like, yo, you my people. So it's like I feel like, yo, we family at this point. So it's
Right.
like, what type of advice would you give them? Because you're representing your brand the right way. You're respecting yourself. Like you said, you're not gonna walk over me, and you have knowledge of the business. So somebody that may be new to the game, they may not have the knowledge or experience that you have. What advice would you give them?
Definitely research the business before getting into it, so you don't run into somebody who's trying to pull a wool over your eyes. Um, for sure. Um, and that's the only one that's coming to my head right now.
Yeah, you good, yo. And that's the thing. It's like,
A whole
yo,
brain fog moment. But yeah, just make sure you learn the business for yourself so you don't run into somebody that's trying to teach you something that's wrong or try to get you into a hole.
right. Okay. And do you have family in Atlanta or are you out there dolo?
I do. I have my mom and my brother. My brother is actually having his baby today, so they're in
Oh,
the
congratulations.
hospital for sure. I'm having a nephew, so I'm
Okay.
super excited.
All right, all right. You planning on kids down the road or not? No time soon.
Yeah, down the road, down the
Down
road,
the road. Okay. Yeah. All right. Look at you.
down the road. I want to make sure I'm good. I want to make sure I'm good, and then their kids gonna be good. But for sure, definitely down the road.
Okay, and you're putting in the work. You're definitely putting the foundation down, and you're laying the groundwork. And again, like I said, I tip my hat to you because it's like not only, like I said, are you an artist, you know the business side. So when it comes to branding and stuff like that, what's some things you had to learn in the beginning to build your brand?
Things I had to learn in the beginning. How to market the music, like different ways of marketing your music. How to do I think it's called a rollout, music rollout. Like when
Music brother.
yeah, I think that's what it's called. I'm not good with the terminology, but
No,
yeah,
you good. Yeah.
I've learned how to do that. More so different ways, more so in the marketing aspect of the music. I'm still learning the business of the music industry in general because it's a lot to learn. You're never gonna stop learning it for sure.
Right. It's
Uh,
always changing.
it's always changing, so you got to keep up with it. But for sure, I would definitely say marketing your music, and I've definitely learned that you have to be the one to promote your music because nobody's gonna promote your music like anybody else.
Right. Yeah, you just said a powerful thing right there because like you put your heart, your passion in it. It's like you come up with the idea. It starts with a thought, right? You put
Mm-hmm.
it down on paper, you record the song. So it's like, yo, it's personal to you. To somebody else, it may be like, okay, they may see money on it, they may see opportunity, but they don't have the same connection that you have. So how important is your creative control in controlling your brand? How you want people to view you? How important is that to you?
It's very important to me. I want to be able to keep my creative control because I have a lot of thoughts that run through my mind constantly, and I feel like I have to all get them out or I'm gonna go crazy. So,
Yeah,
um,
that's it.
but yeah, that's definitely a true thing. Like I feel like I'm gonna go crazy if I don't get all my thoughts out. They're constantly flowing, and it's like if I don't have the thought, somebody else is gonna have the thought. Um, so I definitely enjoy staying in my creative energy and maintaining it. I'm very protective of my work, like especially when I'm writing. Like I have to write by myself because I don't want input from nobody.
Right.
Nobody. If I go to record it and somebody has like a suggestion of how I say, because sometimes you'll go and write something and then go and record it and it doesn't sound the same way you go to when you go to record it than it did when you wrote it.
Right.
Then I'll take the input. But when I write it, I want my full thought process to be on the paper before I have anybody do any type of edits or anything to it.
Right. And that's real right there. So let me ask you, what's your creative process when you're recording? Like, okay, like you said, like it's personal to you. So do you like a lot of people in the studio? You don't like people in the studio? What's your creative process?
I actually don't like a lot of people in the studio. If I do, it has to be people that I'm 100% completely comfortable with. Energy wise, uh, can't be a lot of people. I get distracted.
Right.
So too many energies around me, too many people in general around me throws me off focus. So
Right. Okay. And I respect that. And the thing is right, it's like you're quiet spoken, you laid back, you got your hoodie on and your glasses. So it's like, yo, people may think, oh, she's so innocent, she's shy, she's timid. And
mm-hmm.
let me explain something to these people. When that camera's on, it's a whole nother ball game. When you're doing them photo shoots, when you on stage, and when you're doing these videos, it's like, yo, you just a strong woman. Like, yo, it's like you just out there. How do you make that transformation when it's time, when it's showtime? How do you get in your zone?
It's actually taken a minute to be able to learn the two because I am a very shy person, soft spoken, nonchalant, chill. Um, around and I don't really like being around big crowds of people to be honest.
Right.
So it's very different going on stage and being in front of everybody where everybody's looking at you and you're the main event type thing. Uh it's taken a lot of practice really just
Right.
every show that I've done I've gained a little more confidence to be able to be in front of so many people. Last show I think I did was in Lacora in Atlanta, and that was actually the first show that I was actually able to do in front of that was the biggest crowd I've performed in front of one. And it was the first show I was able to perform and take off my sunglasses. So I took that. That may not sound as a big accomplishment to a lot of people, but to be able to take off your sunglasses in front of that many people, that takes a lot.
Oh yeah.
So it was pretty cool. So it's pretty much just taking practice and getting more comfortable with being on stage in front of people.
Yeah, and that's real. So let me ask you, if you had to put it in time frame wise, right? Like how much work preparation goes into the recording process, right? To get the song together, to learn it, to get in the studio, to get through the takes. And then how much preparation does it take you for the performance?
Okay. So recording in the studio, writing, it depends on the vibe, depends on the song, depends on the beat. Sometimes I'll write a song in 30 minutes. Sometimes it'll take a lot longer. It depends on what's going on at the time. Recording wise, same. I try to drink tea. I'm really bad about drinking tea before I go to record because I do smoke.
Right.
But,
oh yeah, you smoke big. Yeah, don't say it like that. You smoke big, heavy.
Yeah. But don't ever think that I sing when I start smoking. They're like, you sing? I think I did it once in the studio, and they kind of looked at me like I'm crazy. Like, you're about to go sing on the mic and you're smoking? Like, yeah. I hopped on and it was like, what? Like, hey, this is not normal? Is that not what people do?
Right, yo, and I love it, yo, because it's like, yo, like looking at you, right? It's like, yo, you're almost like you're like a new age hippie kind of like thing. It's like, yo, you're not in a bad way. I ain't trying to offend you. I mean, like, yo, it's like, yo, you definitely 420 friendly, but it's like, yo, it's like it's a part of your vibe. It's like, yo, you like the girl next door. It's kind of like Aaliyah if she smoked. Well, we don't know if she smoked. She might have smoked. She might have smoked. She might have been in there.
Believe it or not, a lot of people in the industry do smoke though, like, and still able to sing. Look, Chris Brown, you know that man be cheap.
Oh yeah, Chris Brown doing a little more than smoking, but I love Chris Brown. I ain't gonna throw him under the bus.
Talk about that part though. We all know that. We had to talk about that.
Yeah, big salute to Breezy, yo, because that's a talented brother.
You ever see this? There's mad love for you, regardless of what he's talking about. I want to talk about what he's talking about.
Right. Nah, salute to Breezy, yo. He's definitely talented, multi-talented. Yo, I love everything he's doing. And it's like, yo, I wish him longevity because a lot of times it's like, yo, you know, even when we watch the greats, a lot of them is like, yo, after a while, their habits, it kind of shows up later. Where it's like they don't have the same pep in their step, they kind of off. So it's like, yo, with him, I'm really a fan of Breezy, his creativity, what he's doing. So I pray that he gets the longevity 30, 40 years from now. He's still creating and being great. Because he's definitely one of the greats right there. And he's definitely in my top 5 when it comes to performance.
40 song albums.
Yo, who else doing that? I don't know too many people. I don't know too many people that's doing it like that. So like, yo, big salute to him. And it's like, yo, I was joking, you know what I mean? See, Breeze, if you see this, I'm joking. Big salute to you, you know what I mean? And it doesn't affect his music because like you said, he's dropping 40 joints. And out of them 40 joints, 30 of them are bangers.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? And it's like even the 10 that may not be bangers, they're still good records. I ain't heard too many bad records from Breezy. So it's like, yo, that's dope. Salute to Breezy right there. But it's like with you, it's like, yo, people wouldn't even think because it's like you just have this innocent look. Like, oh, she just, you know, like if you walked in an arena, people wouldn't think like she's about to get up here and kill it. They would think like, oh, okay, yo, she's here with somebody.
But I like that though, because it'd be them ones that you're like, you're not about to do that. Because like first thing people ask when they hear that I sing is you sing or you sang. Like, how about I sang and let you find out which one it is?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact right there. And I'm glad you said that.
I guess I walked myself right into that.
Yo, so I'm glad that you said that, yo, because you do sing, yo. So I'm gonna let you get your water and everything together, yo. I'm gonna let you get your water and everything, yo. I think this would be the perfect time to let them hear something before we jump into one of your videos. I think that's the perfect introduction right there, yo. So
I did that with my
know you're gonna kill it, yo. I got faith in you. Like I said, I'm a fan of you and a fan of your music, so I know you're gonna represent. You know, I got big faith in you.
All right. Baby, I just don't get it yet. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on his shirt.
You good, yeah.
You don't believe them stories. You know that there are lies. Bad as you are, you stick around, and I just don't know why. If I was your girl, baby, you never worry about what I do. I'll be coming home back to you every night, do it right.
I knew it. I knew you could do it. And that's the thing. Like, yo, you got that big voice, yo. Like, yo, so how long did it take you to get your sound in control? Because like again, like, yo, it's odd to see a little person with a big voice like that. And it's like the ones that do, it's like again, people look at you and they think, okay, she's cute. But it's like when you sing, it's like you have a big voice. It's like, yo, it's commanding, like, oh, whoa, somebody. So it's a difference between somebody, like you said, singing and somebody that sings. You have that soul. It's like, yo, when you first started, it's like, whoa, okay, she's serious. Mm-hmm. How long did it take you to get your voice to that point?
It pretty much took me all my life. I've been singing since I was a kid, so, and doing chorus throughout school. So chorus definitely helped with the learning control and being able to do certain things with my voice. That's somebody who wasn't in chorus wouldn't know how to do. And also, I've always been somebody that learned from watching or imitating, I guess you could say. So I would watch Christina Aguilera sing, and I would copy exactly how she would do certain notes or certain riffs, and I would just keep doing it, and that's really how I taught myself.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Now I'm gonna say it on the stage because you brought her name up. Now Christina Aguilera, right? She did a rendition to a Whitney Houston song one time. I was already a fan. She did it. It was like, you know how they do the celebrations, and they brought Christina Aguilera out. And I think it was, I want to say it was I Always Love You. And when, you know, Whitney Houston is in the rafters with hers.
For sure.
I'm almost certain when I heard it, I'm like, yo, I think she may sound even better than Whitney singing her own song. So like when it comes to vocalists, like Christina Aguilera was definitely.
If you're gonna try to copy somebody, definitely want to copy. You try.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And she has some soul. People will look at her and think, oh, she's about to do some pop. No.
I mean, she's pop, but she do that more like soulful pop.
She do that soulful pop, yo.
She do like a soulful pop, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so salute to Christina Aguilera and salute to her because she inspired you. And now we got VSKYE, and you also have that soul. You got the soul. You got that soul. So, like, do people be surprised when they see you perform and they hear you for the first time? What's the normal reaction that you
They do. They do actually. More so, people get more shocked when they hear me live, like just now.
Right.
More so than hearing me when I perform, because I do perform with the track. Right. Just so everybody can get the feel for the words and understand more so the words, because I do like to dance and breathe sometimes in between. Right. But I do get the shocked reaction quite a lot when people hear me sing, because they're not expecting me to be so strong. And I've gotten that. I think somebody once in the studio, I was quiet, I was shy, I didn't really talk much. You would think that you would have thought it was my first time in the studio. I wasn't talking to nobody. Right. Got up to the mic and started singing, and they're like, okay, Mighty Mouse. Like, right. I've got Mighty Mouse. I've gotten the big voice, small body. I've gotten all that.
And that's the thing. So let me ask you, like, what's been one of your greatest performances where it's like you walked off the stage and you're like, I did my thing. I know I killed that. Which one stood out the most to you?
Which one stood out the most to me? It was more so Lacora. I would say Lacora because like I said, like I didn't have my shades on. I was on the stage, but at LaCour, they don't really tell people to get off the stage for shows. So everybody still stays on the stage. So I was it was the first time I was on stage with so many people too as well. So still being able to catch people's attention in the midst of all the craziness that was going on behind me and all the people that were on there, I would have thought that that one would have been the best one.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And guess what? You didn't have shades on today.
I don't have shades on today.
Yeah, so that's growth right there, yo. Big salute to that right there, yo. And it's like, yo, you're gonna go far, right? And it's like, yo, like I said, I'm a fan of your music, and I know you're gonna go far. You're very talented, right? Yo, it's all love, yo. This is the VSKYE Hour, yo. We celebrating you on today, yo. Like, yo, and not only are you a great artist, you're a good person, yo. You're a good person. Like, you know, from the first time I reached out to you, you always like, yeah, I come up there. It's always been love. And it's been genuine support, yo. And I rock with you for that because you don't find that a lot in the industry.
Yeah.
So big salute to you, yo. You're very down to earth, yo. You're one of those people where it's like, I'd be to knock somebody out fooling with you. Like, yo, you messing with her, I'm about to beat that. Like, yo, you don't mess with these guys. That's family, right? Yeah. So, yeah, it's genuine because like, yo, you like that girl next door. It's like, yo, you like one of the homies, but you can look at you and tell you're not the homies, but it's like that comfortability.
Right.
Like, yo, you're down to earth. You're not, you know, with the big head. You're not looking down at people. It's like, yo, you are who you are. It's like, take me as I am. This is who I am. You're authentic. You're genuine. And it's like, yo, and that's one of the things that I like about you the most. Besides, you're very talented. I love the music. We're gonna jump into one of my favorites in a minute, The Evils, because like, yo, when I heard that song, I'm like, yo, I know she didn't do that. Then when I watched the video and how you telling the story about the domestic violence, and then when I interviewed you and you telling me like this is what I went through, and it's like I came out of that. Now I'm expressing it. It's like, yo, it ain't too many people doing that. It's not too many people that's touching on real situations and sharing their story. A lot of times people go through stuff, but they want to put that in the past. They don't want to bring it to the forefront. Not only are you bringing it to the forefront, you're empowering other women, letting them know like, yo, I went through this. I'm a survivor. I'm not a victim. I'm a victor because I survived.
Thanks.
And you're blooming and you're blossoming and stuff like that. And it's like, the thing is, like I said, I watch you. So a lot of people that you performing in these circles you in, it's a lot of men. You're holding your own as the female that's making moves. And it's like, I seen you go from timid to like, you even like controlling the room. You're networking, you're doing features and stuff like that. You're networking, you're linking, and it's like, and you're doing it, you're bossing up and you're doing it by yourself. It's like you got people around you, but it's like you're controlling your brand, you're controlling how you look, you're controlling all that. So it's like, yo, to see your growth, it's almost like, you know, like your sister or somebody that you connect with, like, yo, to see them shining is a beautiful thing. So it's like, yo, I get excited like when the videos drop. I get excited when I see you doing, you know, new photo shoots and stuff like that. Or I see, oh, I did a showcase and you posting the footage. It's like, yo, look at her, because I always knew that this is just the beginning. You're out of it. Like, it just takes the right person to see you up out of here.
For sure.
Yo, and I definitely respect that about you. So without any further ado, because I keep talking about it, right? I know this is single. You're like, yo, I'm here for it. I got new music. But we can't get to the new music without this one right here. And I'm going to keep it real with you. I play this song at least every 2 weeks.
Right.
It's like, yo, anytime I'm like, yo, I'm going to play this. It's like, yo, salute to VSKYE on this one. Right. This is my jam. And I'm not just saying that because you're on the show. This is really one of my favorite songs that I listen to. Like, yo, I like this. If I knew then what I knew now,
you wouldn't have played them damn games.
I wouldn't have played the games, yo. But then it's like some people, they looking at it like, I'll play her game. Some people see the pictures like, yo, I'll play your game. You know what I mean? Yo, but I'm teasing you, yo, but it's a beautiful thing right there. We're going to drop that video and we're going to talk about it because you've been through some things and you overcame and you're still flying, yo. And you're a beautiful soul and a beautiful spirit, yo. So I'm joking with you, teasing. But there's some people out here that would play your game. Yo, you're a beautiful woman. Yo, so let's jump to that. I'm gonna have you introduce the evils right quick.
Oh, so this is my video for my single "The Evil," available on all streaming platforms, and the video is available on YouTube. So let's go.
All right.
Believe that.
Made love to the evil, now I'm in trouble. When I so tired, you took mine, leaving nothing behind. Blinded by all the lies. If I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't play your games. If I knew then what I know now, I wish I could erase you. How you lost yourself, yeah. If I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't play your games. If I knew then what I know now, I wish I could erase you. Supposed to be my cure, yeah. Never insured my heart, trusted you from the start. Guess that was my fault, yeah. If I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't play your games. If I knew then what I know now, I wish I could erase you.
And that's a fact right there. That's my jam right there. And I ain't even gonna hold you back. Yo, that is my jam right there. And the thing is, right, it's an empowering song, right? It's a love song, but it's like, yo, this is, sometimes we go through, we see the signs, we're going through certain things, and we try to stick it out. We may think, yo, it'll change, it'll get better. Like in those situations, like a lot of times, like people may say, yo, you need to get out of there, this, that, and the third. So it's like, yo, going through what you went through, right? What's one thing that you learned, and what's a red flag for you now moving forward? Like, you know what? I've been through that. I'm never going to put myself in that situation again. What's one thing that you learned?
Someone who doesn't have a car.
Someone that doesn't have a car. So man. You ain't riding the bus with them. We ain't doing that.
I used to be the person that, don't get me wrong, because I'll help somebody out if you don't have a car. Like, right. I have nothing against people that don't have cars. If y'all want to walk, that's perfectly fine with me. That's cool. But like, people take advantage of that. I'm not saying everybody does, but
right.
People definitely take advantage of that. Or definitely, what is it? It was another one. There's quite a bit, actually. A couple right. of, I don't remember them, so I see them be like, oh, deja vu.
Right. I ain't gonna do that again.
Right. got brain fog again. The car is definitely one for sure for now.
Right. Okay. So, all right. What advice would you give to somebody, right? They love the person, right? The person they have their spells. You know, they may be physically abusive. They may be verbally abusive. And it's like the person really loves them. Like maybe they'll change. You know, maybe, you know how people do. They apologize. I'm never going to do it again. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. You know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. What advice would you give to that person that's in a situation like that? They love the person, right? But it's like, at the same time, it's toxic. What advice would you give
them? The advice, really, in a situation like that, you can't really give nobody advice. You can give it to them, they ain't gonna listen, for real, for real. My best advice I could give is if you see flags, usually the red flags you see in the beginning end up being the reasons why you leave later on.
Red flags in the beginning
end up being the reason why you leave later on, because you seen them, you acknowledged them, you knew you didn't like them. They're red flags to you for a reason. But because you may have liked the person or whatever the case is, but those end up being the reason why you leave later on. So that's definitely, I guess, the piece of advice I can give. Because like I said, you can't really have somebody change who they're with or stop dealing with somebody or messing with somebody because you know what's best for them, or you may see where it's headed to, because nobody's going to stop messing with somebody until they're completely 100% ready to stop dealing with them.
Right. And that's the thing. And I seen a meme one time, right? And it said, I saw the red flags, right? And the meme said, but I thought it was a carnival. It's like you see the red flags, but it's like, they look good. They're sexy. Whatever the case may be, like, they're beautiful. I like the way they treat me. They make me feel a certain way. So a lot of times we ignore them red flags. Like, okay, I can put up with this. All right. Without putting your business out there, what made you say, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm done.
What made me say enough is enough? I'm done. When I started catching on to the person's lies and they started losing track of them.
Losing track of the lies. Wow.
That was one. That one popped up just now. That was one. Definitely when I started catching on to the lies and they started losing track of them. And when I started realizing with another person, the person that the evil was about, when I started realizing that every time I wanted to go out with friends or go out with somebody, there was always an argument right afterwards that would get me in a pissed off mood that would stop me from going out, or would mess things up for me, like on a big day, something that was important to me, or somebody that would isolate me from family members and stuff like that, or friends in general, just pretty much wanted me to themselves, so I couldn't have anybody to vent to, so nobody could see through their crap.
Right. And that's real. We do a trauma series on here, and we do a relationship series, right? Because a lot of times it's like with mental health, with abuse and stuff like that. A lot of times it's like as a people, it's like you taught, you don't go talk to somebody, you're not crazy. But a lot of times, like we've been through traumas and stuff like that. It's like, you need to talk to somebody. And then a lot of times you feel like you're not alone. It's like, from the trauma series, and even with this platform, a lot of the people that come on the show, it's like throughout the interview, some point or another, they say, I deal with mental health issue. I used to, abuse or whatever I went through. Different people go through different things. It may have been PSTD. They seen somebody get shot. They, all types of stuff. Lost a loved one, grew up in a bad environment and stuff like that. So I say that to say, I have a friend, his wife. She's a psychoeducational therapist. So it was like a lot of the guests were saying, I just kept hearing mental health. So I'm thinking like, I've heard people say that, or I deal with anxiety, I deal with depression and stuff like that, right? I never knew that I dealt with anxiety. I never knew that I dealt with PTSD and stuff like that till we're sitting around one day. And it's like the same way we're chopping it up now. It's like, it was like a lot of the women that came on the show say, I went through this, I went through that. And it started making me say, like, that's like 9 out of every 10 women have been through some kind of trauma or some kind of abuse, or whether it's sexual assault, whether they were abused, whether they were mistreated and stuff like that. So long story short, we agreed we're going to start a trauma series. So as we started the trauma series, right, I did it more for like, yo, it's going to help the viewers to feel like, yo, I'm not alone. But one thing that I learned from the trauma series is like, yo, we all have some kind of trauma. Everybody has some kind of trauma, whether it's childhood. So it's like now it's sucking me in. So now as I'm up here and she's breaking it down and this, that, and the third, and it's like it's hitting my doorstep. Like, oh wow, like yo, I've been through that, or yo, I feel that. Or I may have been the physical abuser. I may have not the physical, but the verbally abuser. I may have been the controller. So it starts making me look at myself like, yo, I don't want to be that guy. So it's like, so now I'm changing myself. So we go through the trauma series. We start a relationship series right after. It's the same therapist that comes up there, right? So it's like, again, I'm like, yo, I'm pretty good in the relationship department and stuff like that. I got this, but it's like, I'm going to help somebody else. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we start the relationship series. So now it's like, yo, I haven't been loving people correctly. Right. I've been, seeing the red flags. I've been playing the carnival because it's like, yo, she may look good. She may be this. She may be that. But it's toxic. It's not healthy for me. So I say that to say it's like, yo, I'm trying to put the platform together to help somebody else. And it wind up helping me. So now I hear it, I get the information. So now it's like red flags. Boop, 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 boop. So when people talking, it's like, okay, boom, you still got unforgiveness. You got some unresolved forgiveness or certain things like that. So it's like now with me, I'm more aware, or I'm more conscious of how I treat people and stuff like that. Because before it's like, yo, you in a situation, you don't like it, you'll come out. But it ain't always that easy. It's like once you look at yourself in the mirror and you have those real conversations, it's like, yo, like you said, it's up until that person is ready or they decide like enough is enough. I'm done. Mm-hmm. So with the trauma in the relationship series, it helped me to look at myself and say, yo, I thought, that's somebody else. I don't deal with that. I was the one dealing with it. I was the one that was traumatized. I done traumatized other people and stuff like that. So with that song, right, it's like, yo, you listen to the Eagles. If I knew then what I knew now, I wouldn't have played your game. It's like I look back at some relationships that I've been in, and it's like, yo, what the hell was I thinking? Why the hell did I stick around? Yo, I thought it was a carnival. Oh, salute to you. Monique Kilpatrick, salute to you. She said, very true. Yeah. I'm looking because it's like from the outside looking in, it's like we got advice for everybody else's situation. When we start looking at our situation, it's like, yo, it was hard at first. I'm not gonna front.
It's like you deaf. You don't want to hear it because you half the time when you're giving other people advice, at the same time you're giving them advice, I guarantee you needed that advice just as much as they did, whether you chose to listen to it or not.
Whether you chose to or not, yo. So that's the thing, like, yo, for you to be able to come out of it, right? Make a song, do the visual, right? And then even at the end, you got the number up there. You got, yo, if you're going through this, right? How was the reaction and what was the reception like when that video dropped?
It was extremely well. A lot of people enjoyed the fact that there was a message to be said. Yes, projects and self-sabotage ourselves. I can relate to that so much, and I hate to say it, but yes, I think I can heal everybody, and I try to heal everybody, knowing damn well I'm gonna drain myself, but I be trying because I know there's so many people that need it. Right. And yes, girl.
Salute to you on that one. Yeah, that's real facts right there. Salute to Monique Kilpatrick. Yeah, that's real facts right there. We do sometimes. It's like, yo, we feel like we can change people. We can heal them. Yeah. But sometimes it's like, yo, it's bigger than us. Like this is deep rooted. Like, yo, this is
people to heal themselves. I teach them.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah. So salute to you for even having the courage to be the voice for the voiceless. Yes. That is my jam. Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's my jam right there. So, yo, have you performed that song a couple times?
I have. I've performed it a couple times at some showcases. I tend to not use that one only for the simple fact that it's a little more slower, and half the places I perform at are like clubs and lounges and stuff, and nobody wants to go to a club and lounge and listen to a whole breakup song. So I'll be trying to play stuff more so that people get lit to. Right. But I've the places I have performed it at, I've still gotten some good feedback. So
Okay. Yeah. And again, like I said, that's my jam. Yeah. You can
but
sing that anytime you want, any place, anytime, anywhere. It's all right with me.
for
When you
sure,
sing, yeah, that's dope right there.
that is doing better. That one is the one that's still a year later. People are still with more.
Yeah, because they can connect to it. It's like it resonates with them, and it's like even if they haven't personally, they know somebody. It's one of those separations where it's like, well, I haven't been through it, my brother may have been through it, or my sister may have. It's like it's relatable. So that song is dope, right? So we celebrated that one the first time you was up here, right? And I don't know how long ago that was. That song is still my jam.
A year ago.
That was over a year ago, and that's still my jam to this day.
Because I didn't drop that song. I didn't drop the song in the video till October of last year.
Wow, so it's been a year.
I've been like either the beginning of this year or the end of last year.
Wow. And that's the thing. So a year later, and it's still rocking. It's still relatable.
For sure.
Right? That's my jam, yo. And even, I'm going to tell you, even sometimes on the trauma series, I think I might have played that video at least twice throughout the trauma, because it was dealing with the topic.
Right.
Of the trauma show. So yeah, I definitely played this stuff behind your back, but I'm telling you to your face now, so you don't get mad at me. But yeah, yo. So okay, all right, you dropped that, right? And it's like that was around the time. So we do the interview after that. You was about to drop Down then. It was coming like right after the interview. So let's talk about Down, because it's like I seen the visual at the time when we did the first interview, but we didn't really get to break it down. Right. So let's talk about the creative process, the Down, and what was that like coming back with that after the Evils?
Was actually I didn't write down. Down was actually already written. When I first moved out here, the producer I had met and started working with, he had already had it written down. And he had a reference track for it. He just had me listen to it and re-record it with my own style. But so I wasn't a part of the creative process writing wise, recording wise. It melody wise, it did not sound like that on the reference track, so I added my own little projage or whatnot, and that's how it became. So, and
that's a dope record right there. Don't say it and look down, yo. That's a big record you got right there, yo. It's like, yo, that's a big record, yo. Don't second guess yourself. You got a big record with Down. I like Down too. You know that. I like that. That's a good record right there. So it's like, let's talk about the video. What was that process like?
The video was actually very last minute. I was trying to shoot a video for another song I wanted to drop, and life happened with that. That wasn't a song I wrote either. So long story short, I don't have that song no more. I originally was going to record a video for.
Right.
And Down was kind of just last minute. The guy, he had John Alexander Gray is the director and the one who edited the video and all that good stuff. He actually wanted to do like a promo video, and we ended up doing like a full video just based off of the footage we got from the garden that we went to, and a lot of it was kind of like just a one take shot for I think we did that whole video in like an hour and a half.
Oh really?
Yeah,
it came out dope. Yeah, that's definitely a dope video.
But yeah.
Okay, so yo, all right, one thing about you, right? It's like, yo, when you step on the stage, right, you turn into a supermodel. You be decked out, yo. That's the thing. It's like, yo, people may look now like, oh, she looks, she's all reserved.
She look like she's in her house.
Right. But when you get in front of that camera, it's like a whole nother person. So like, where do you draw that inspiration and that strength? Because like, yo, you up there like a top model. When I'm watching you, like, yo, even in both videos, it's like you in there strutting your stuff. You're doing everything right. So like, where do you get that strength from and the courage?
From within, I guess. It's really just how I feel that day. It depends on what I'm wearing. Like a lot goes into it. It's like a whole mood. It's kind of like a little mind state. I feel myself. It really depends on the song too. Like the song that I perform when I go out is.
All right, now I'm gonna let you watch that one. I'm gonna let you look at that. Y'all inbox each other after. I'm gonna leave that alone. All right, now Monique. All right, I ain't mad at you. Shoot that shot.
We shoot shots over here, baby.
but that's dope, yo. So you said based on the outfit, based on how you
Yeah,
feeling.
it's based on my outfit. Like I said, I've gotten a lot more confident being on stage. Even a lot of times, believe it or not, I'm not even wearing makeup when I'm performing. I get a little lazy sometimes and don't be feeling like putting it on. But I'm sorry. Like I said, my brother's having his baby today, so they just texted us saying that they're about to they're going into labor now. So my mom's flipping out over there.
Oh wow. Okay. It's all good. Yo, congratulations to him, yo. We're gonna try and wrap it up because I know y'all want to be there for that and all that. So
yeah, they ain't gonna let us be there anyways. Only one
room. Only one person in the room.
There, so
wow. So congratulations to your brother and that, yo.
Definitely dope.
Okay, so yo, let's introduce the video right quick, right? Because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. I've seen it a couple times, but I don't mind watching it because like you're bringing this sexy song. Let's have you introduce it right quick.
All right, hold on. I'm so sorry. My phone. I was having a phone call come in. Okay. Nice. All right. So this is my official music video for my single Down. Down is available on all streaming platforms as well. And the video is available on YouTube. So y'all can go check it out. And he's about to play it right now. So never mind. But either way, go check it out on your own time too. But let's go. All right.
Boy, you always on my mind. I just need you right beside me. Think about you all the time. Came a long way just to find you. Don't get tired of the lies. Lame hoes here. Let's not waste no time. Cause true love's over here. Let me on my back. Run your fingers through my hair now. Tongue between my thighs. Boy, you know I love it there now. Hope it's clear now, how I feel now. True love takes time, that's what I need right now. I really need somebody, tell me that somebody. I really need somebody, tell me that somebody. I really need somebody, tell me that somebody. I'm coming back for good this time. I ain't playing no games. I'm just trying to see if my little baby feels the same. Them girls can do it like me. You know I'm a pro, baby. You know on the road I be doing shows. I be going down on the low, baby. Are you down, 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 down? Are you down, 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 down? Are you down, down, down? Are you down? I done came around, why you playing now? You supposed to keep me up, why you going down? It's going down, I hope you ain't tryna play around. Just tell me now if I'm sinking, will you let me drown? Don't let me drown. Yeah, you working with a bad bitch, a savage, make it smell like a cabbage. I'm back there, you and me like a package, I promise. Boy, you keep on being you, I'll be with someone else. Are you down, little babe? Now you holler about me, but think about you daily. Hope you think about me.
Yeah. And it's like, yo, you could tell you had a good time on that photo shoot right there. That video shoot is like, yo, you worked the camera, was having a good time. What was going through your mind while you were shooting that video?
Really just more so to have fun. The first one was more so serious. It was meaning a message I wanted to convey through the video. So it was just a lot more serious. And this one was just a lot more fun to have, a lot more fun to do. I really was just spinning around in circles because of my dress. I felt like a little kid again. So, you know, it was cool.
And that's the thing. You worked it. And even in the comments, the video was fired. The vocals A1. And I definitely agree. It's like, yo, so you followed up with that video, right? After the Evils, and you came strong. And that's definitely a dope song and a dope visual. So what was the reaction to that? Because it's like day and night. From the first one is more like serious. This one is more you're having fun, you're more embracing yourself. It's almost like I came out of a dark situation. I'm into the light now. I'm self-love. I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying myself. I see you flashing your hair, you doing your twirls. Yo, what was that like? Like, was it empowerment for you? Was it like an empowering moment? Like, yo, this is who I am.
It was. I actually very much enjoyed it. I know you couldn't tell because of the way the camera was, but I actually did the whole shoot barefoot
Wow.
in the garden because I wanted to ground while I was doing it. So I really was just having a lot of fun with it, being myself, enjoying the nature, enjoying the garden that I was in, coming up with ideas on what to do next for different scenes and stuff. So definitely very cool.
Wow. All right now. All right.
I've never heard the other ones, but I did. Somebody the other day said India Ari for the first time. It's interesting. I love hearing people's opinions on what I sound like or what my vibe is because I get all different types of ones. All
And
different types.
that's the thing, yo. Like I said, yo, I'm excited about the growth. I'm excited about where you're going, right? So let's talk about, okay, since the first time, you done got a promotion, right? You're doing big things now. Yo, let's talk about the new job. Let's talk about everything that you're doing right now since the last time. Because like you done leveled up. You've been doing mad shows, you're doing showcases and stuff like that. But you got a new job too, right?
Yes. So I'm working with this studio owner. He I'm working with him also at the studio too. I get studio time and I work there and record there, of course, obviously. But I help the studio owner, kind of like a receptionist.
Right.
But pretty much he's also does film and stuff. He has his foot in film. He has a couple movies on Tubi. The studio is Goat House Studios. Goat House Studios. So shout out to Goat House Studios. He has a couple movies on Tubi. Tone the Goat is the director and writer of these movies as well. One's called Best Buds. It's like a 420 vibe. Wow. If you know anything about Tubi, Tubi is free.
Right.
So you can go on Tubi and watch these movies at any time. I believe they're like an hour and a half long movie. So not too long, but still a decent length. So Best Buds, like a 420 friendly movie. Then you have Bloody Neighborhood, and it's more so like a hood movie. But still very dope movies. And to even be put on Tubi, like that's dope. Not everybody is able to get their stuff to get put on Tubi. So also amongst that, just been recording at the studio as well because he's also an artist. He's a rapper as well. So yeah, just been putting in work for real. So
you definitely been working again, and right, so the people that's watching is Best Buds and Bloody Neighborhood.
Bloody Neighborhood on Tubi.
Okay, that. All right, so what's that experience been like? Are you learning some stuff in the studio working there? Like, how's that experience been?
Being there, I have learned how to record myself, engineer myself, little like light stuff, light engineering, but I'm able to engineer myself. It's to the point now where I'm able to record myself in the studio by myself. I just kind of have everybody leave and let me do my thing. I already know what plugins to use for my voice and how I want my stuff to sound. So I'm learning to do that as well.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Down the road, you see yourself doing some musical engineering down the road?
Sure, definitely. I really just wanted to learn so I could be able to do it for myself, but I would love to do it for other people too. Like, there's so many things I want to do down the road that'll probably be on the list, but it won't be as prominent as everything else. Right. Makes sense. But I definitely would love to learn. Like, I want to be able to learn as much as I can in the industry-wise. So.
And that's a fact right there. You know I'm nosy. You already know I'm nosy. So I want to know, like, what's some of the things that's down the road that's on your list?
I give you a couple things. I don't need some spirit. I don't need evil eyes knocking my blessings down or whatever. But so like eventually down the road, I want to be able to have my own like clothing line. As a kid, I really used to be interested in doing like the fashion designing books and stuff that they had for girls. So like clothing design, fashion design, maybe. I definitely wanted to get into acting as well, or more deep into acting. I really just do it for like skit stuff now, like light skits. I won't say I do a lot of skits, but like lightly, more so like TikTok skits. Does that really count as acting?
It's acting. Yeah, we give it to you. It's acting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it's just a few things to name a few.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So you have a unique style, right? So where did your inspiration come from? Your style, the way you look. Because like you.
Okay, so my image look, I guess, is supposed to be somewhat of a Leah type vibe. I don't know if I portray that good enough or not, but I mean, it's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be. But you know, it's not always what it's supposed to be. Because I'm a rebel and I like to wear what I want. That's just me being real.
Right.
I've gotten told my image has become a lot better since I moved out here, or since I've started, or since the beginning. So I mean, that's good. I don't think I've changed how I've dressed really for real. I think I've just worn a lot more of what I want to wear. But you know,
you got style, you got style, you got spunk. Yeah, and it's like anybody that's following you that sees your pictures and stuff like that, it's like you always represent. You definitely have a unique style, and it fits you. It's not like you're trying to be somebody else. You could tell that you're comfortable and you're just being yourself. So it resonates.
I usually take it as a rule. If I don't feel comfortable in it, I don't walk outside the house in it.
Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, okay, right down the road, you said a little acting you want to get into.
Yes, for sure.
What type of roles would you want to do?
I'm going to overachieve and say the lead roles, but I'd be cool with like a good sidekick role. Right. It don't even gotta be the lead.
Right. So you want to do like thrillers, drama, horror? Like what type of genres?
That I'm so slow. I didn't know you meant genre.
No,
okay.
You good. No, you good. Yo, you good. You ain't slow, yo. Come on now. Yo, you're a star right now. Yo. You know who you are. Do you know who you are? You VSKYE, yo. You a superstar right now, yo.
He's gotta make fun of himself too, though, but it's okay. I feel like I'd want to do. I feel like I don't know if I'd be able to keep a straight face for horror. I'm too goofy for some horror movies. They probably would never hire me for another horror movie after the first one. I wouldn't get through the first scene. I definitely would do like some comedy. Even a musical. I feel like a musical would be cool. I've always rocked with musicals. I know not a lot of people like musicals, but I think I would do a musical.
Wow. Okay. Musical.
Comedy, maybe romance. I feel like I'd be a cool action movie. Everything but horror. I don't think I'd be able to do good in a horror movie. I'd be dying too much. And like a lot of horror movies that they be trying to record be like possession movies. Those be the real scary ones. Because I don't think horror movies are even scary anymore for real.
Not anymore. Nah. It's been a while.
Yeah, I think the last movie that I've even seen that was a horror movie that was even remotely scary was It, the remake.
The It remake.
Oh, it's creepy. But other than that.
Yeah. So okay. All right. So let's talk about the romance, right? Okay. Let's talk about romance films right there, right? Mm-hmm. All right. If you had to pick, right? Let's say like, there's more to your personality. There's more to you. I'm not gonna throw you under the bus, right? Would you be like the Acrimony? You remember that? Acrimony? What's the name of that movie?
Acrimony, you got it.
Okay. You got that one, right? Then you got what's another good one?
That's kind of like Acrimony, like along the same lines, or
yeah, that's down the same lines. Like a Temptation,
Obsession.
Yeah.
That's really the only ones I know.
All right, then we got the Love Jones and we got the Jason Lyric type of movies and stuff like that. Which one would be more closer to VSKYE the person? Like which one is which one are you?
You trying to say it from crazy or not? Is that what you're trying?
Right. I just want to see. I'm nosy. Yo, I'm sorry.
On a scale of Acrimony or Temptation, how crazy? Oh, shit. That's a good one. I hate this question because like I always My first response is always to say I'm not crazy, knowing damn well I'm crazy as hell. Like that's just a habit, like an automatic response. I'm not crazy.
Wow.
The way I said that looked kind of crazy.
Right. I mean, it's all love though. It's all good.
If it helps, when I see the movie Acrimony, I didn't think she was wrong. I will say though, that answer is very toxic, and it took I think it took somebody explaining afterwards why the guy was wrong, or why the guy was in the right and the female was wrong, for me to understand why the female was not in the right. But first off, I was like, she was there from the first. How you go? Nah, he was definitely in the wrong. I am a little crazy, I will say, or a lot of crazy, but I try to contain it very well.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Come out.
So let me ask you, okay, all right. So what's one of your pet peeves to bring out your crazy? Like what's one of the worst things somebody can do? Now you done went too far. Now I'm about to go 0 to 1,000. What's something that really grinds your gears, really pisses you off?
Being lied to when I already know the truth. Like, first off, if I'm asking you a question, 9 times out of 10 I already know the answer. I'm asking to see if you gonna tell me the answer. Right. So lying is definitely one. Oh, and being called crazy.
That's a trigger. Don't call me crazy. Yo. I just got this hammer because I'm gonna bash you in the damn head.
I mean, I'm gonna keep trying to do that. I'm not crazy.
Right.
But I don't like being called crazy, because it's like I'm not crazy, but I will show you what crazy is. I will show you the definition of it. Stop calling me that, because then I have to show you the definition of crazy, because you think this is crazy. You ain't seen crazy. You ain't seen crazy yet. You ain't seen.
It's levels to
this. Yes. It's up to you what level of crazy you get.
All right. And you don't have to answer this one, but it's just good journalists. It's good entertainment, right? So I'm going to ask, all right? Okay, so like if you had to pick one of your craziest moments, right, where you really had to show somebody you're crazy, how crazy did you get?
How crazy did I get?
Yeah, did you bust some windows out? Did you, like the movie Diary of a Mad Woman, where she put him in the tub and he got out, she started whipping him? What type of stuff?
I ain't go that far. I will say I have bust some windows out.
You bust some windows out some cars?
I have. Not if it makes you feel better. It makes you feel better though, but
I love it.
Better to say this part, but it's okay.
I love your honesty.
I mean, I gave the person the car, and then I found out I was being played. So then I felt like I was in the right to do what I did to the car. Wow. I mean, I don't make it right, but it was justified in my mind. So I mean,
wow, I understand. So let me ask. Let me ask. So, do you love hard? Like once you're locked in, you give that person your all. You love them. You love hard, but it's like to be betrayed. Does that bring out the rage?
It does. I do. I've actually, even with the person within the evil, never brought me out of character. I mean, she did when she did what she was doing and I had to defend myself. Yeah. But even as far as like feeling wise,
right,
it wasn't until that other person that really had me feel. I think he was really the first person that made me feel the way I felt. And that's why I did what I did, because I really wasn't trying to, and I'm not the type of person to step out of character. I hate stepping out of character.
Right.
But I do love hard, and yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with
love
that.
Hard. Man. I felt played and used, and anybody who feels truly played and used by somebody they fall for is gonna.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying everybody gonna act out, but
Yeah, it hurts. It's like I open myself up to you, I let you in, put my guards down. And you repay me with betrayal, or you play me, yeah, that hurts. So
yeah, because not only that, it's much deeper than that. Then you kind of you hurt somebody else's chances of being able to have a healthy relationship after that. Wow. So, not only, I mean, not saying you can't have one, but it's a lot harder to have a healthy relationship after being with somebody that's toxic.
Definitely.
Don't think any little thing. Everybody's not the same person, but you're gonna think anything the next person does is gonna be like a trigger for you, even if that's not how they meant it when they did that action, but it's going to bring you back to a place of how you felt when that last person did it. So it's going to automatically make you feel some type of way.
No,
So it's hard to be in a healthy relationship after being toxic. So it's a lot deeper than just playing and using somebody and hurting them.
No, that's real right there, because like it's a scar and it takes time to heal. So it's like, yo, anything that, it's like it still ain't healed. So it's like any resemblance, any trigger is gonna take you back to that pain. So it's like, and you don't want to feel that pain. It's kind of like, it's not your fault that I have trust issues,
Yeah.
but I don't want to feel that again. So let me ask you, okay, is it harder for you to let your guard down now?
I'd be wanting to say yes, but I'm also gonna say no, not really. I'm the type of person, even within being hurt, to the point where like I felt like I was scarred, and I felt like one thing led into it, and I was triggered in this relationship from something from the last relationship. I still try to love like if I've never been hurt, and I think that's what gets me hurt the most. Because I don't fully let myself heal from other wounds. I try to heal as I go.
Gotcha.
So even if I do find somebody else that I'm interested in, I won't treat them like if I've been through shit.
Right. Now I feel you.
You won't be able to tell by how I treat you, because I just love I love like if I've never been hurt, regardless of who it is.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like I get that vibe from you, from just talking, the conversations we had, and just the way you present yourself. Mm-hmm. It's like you're a genuine person. So it's like, to say you go from 0 to 1,000, or to hear that, right? It's like I don't see that, because like you're laid back, you're cool. It's like I don't see things get into you, so it must take a lot. So it's like even in that, right? We go through bad situations, right? We move forward. It's like you said. It's like each person that I love, it's like, I'm gonna give you my all. Now it's like, again, it's like that takes courage to be hurt, go through a situation, you've been betrayed or been lied, played or whatever, to open up to a person. So that just shows that you are a good person. You have a good heart. It's like you didn't give up on love, if that makes sense.
For sure.
Okay, so salute to you. We're gonna get off of that, because that's heavy. You know what I mean? I don't want to trigger anything. Because it's like, you're a good person, and it's like, I really see that about you. So let me ask you, okay, what's happiness to VSKYE?
Happiness, being able to be free, being able to be yourself, just be able to do things you love to do is happiness.
That's real. So how would you describe true love?
Unconditional.
Unconditional. That's real. Yeah, and that's a real answer right there. I don't know how we got on relationships and stuff like that. Yeah, we was trying to keep it fluffy.
Maybe somebody needed to hear it.
Somebody needed to hear it. Yeah. So the thing is like, okay, you said, I give my all. Mm-hmm. I don't bring in my past. But you said a powerful thing. You said sometimes I'm healing as I'm going.
Mm-hmm. And I try to make that apparent to whoever I'm dealing with as well, that I'm constantly growing. I'm not perfect and by any means necessary. So I understand that one thing that might work with one person may not work with the next person, and vice versa. So I take that into consideration. I also bring that to the next person's attention too. Like, if I realize I'm in the wrong, I'm definitely one person that will apologize, but also I never have a problem apologizing. But my point to say that is I will, if I realize I've done something in the wrong, I definitely apologize, or I try to understand from both parties.
Right. And that's growth. That's maturity right there. So, okay. And this is my last question on the relationship stuff. And then we're going to get to the new single and all that, right? Everybody knows the love stories, right? We all grow up with that love story, the romance, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody wants the happy ending, right? Everybody wants the happily ever after, right? I want to get into the head of VSKYE for 1 second, right? Okay. If you had to write your happily ever after, how would you describe it?
If I had to write my happily ever after, how would I describe it? I'd have a family. I'd have a big family. I'd have a couple kids, Uh, I'd be doing what I love musically. I'd be having different jobs or different businesses. I would have different businesses. I'd be making enough money where the generations after my generation would still be able to live on. And hopefully enough businesses that 30, 50 plus years from now are still running even without me being around type deal. Or music that would carry on to generations after generations or inspire generations after me.
Yeah. And that's the thing, yo. You know what I mean? Like I said, yo, I got love for you, yo. I definitely really have love for you. And I pray genuinely that you get that because it's not a lot. You're not asking for much. You want to be happy. You want a family. You want to leave a legacy for your people. That's obtainable. And it's like everybody deserves that. So I genuinely pray that happens for you because you deserve it. Like, yo, you're a good person. You're good. You know, like I said, a lot of people are watching this. A lot of people that's going to watch, they would love to play your game. All right. So, yeah, we're going to leave that alone. We're going to leave it alone. They would love to play the game, though. Let's talk about the new single because you got a new single that you're about to drop.
So my next single that I'm about to drop is Christina Aguilera. It's actually like a little tribute to Christina Aguilera because she is who got me into doing music. Right. But for anybody who loves Christina Aguilera, who has heard of her, it is a sample remix. I don't know what you want to call it. Probably a remix because it's not really sampled. It's a whole different beat and everything. But the hook is the same as her Genie in the Bottle.
Okay.
So, but it's for me, the song is just called Genie. But yeah, I'm hoping to drop it soon. I still gotta shoot the cover for it before I can drop it. But other than that, it is coming soon.
Okay. So what's the idea for the cover like? Where's the theme? What are you going for the cover?
Kind of like Genie vibes, Moroccan vibes. I don't know why I think of Aladdin when I see it, kind of like on that type of wave, like just a genie version of it, like the lamp, something like that. Either that or kind of like, I don't know. The song, how I promote the song is kind of like females. It's a women empowerment song. It's we don't grant wishes, we are the wish. Even though we are the genie, we don't grant wishes, we are the wish. And that's kind of like my marketing for it. So I don't know, maybe the cover art I can have like two mine or maybe like a guy and a female feeding me grapes or something. I don't know.
I mean, hey. Yeah, that's it.
I'll grant the wishes. I am the wish.
That's the thing. All right. So since I tried to leave it alone, you put it back out there now. So now I got, I just asked the questions. Don't shoot the messenger. So let me ask you, right? What would it take for somebody to play your game? Like what type of situation draws you to be like, yeah, you know what? I'm feeling it. What is it that captures you?
Somebody that's good with conversation. Like I'm very I love talking. Obviously, if you can see, I go on for run-on sentences and then some. But somebody who I can have good conversation with. I feel like we don't ever run out of things to talk about. Also, in the same sense, somebody that I can really just be quiet with too, like comfortably quiet, not awkwardly quiet, but like comfortably quiet. Like just we don't have to be talking every time we're around each other. We could just chill and do our own thing and just enjoy each other's company type vibe. Or someone that can make me laugh. Someone I will say I am interested more so in people that like artistically or creatives in themselves. I am attracted to more creatives. Like somebody that just has the same type of mindset I do.
And that's fair. And that makes sense. So I get the vibe that you're a hopeless romantic. All right. So we're gonna help somebody right quick, right? We're gonna help. I don't know who. You may even help me. What? Because a lot of times women say men they don't know how to date anymore. They don't know how to date. They want to Netflix and chill, and it's like, do something creative, make me feel special. What would be the perfect date for VSKYE?
Okay. Here's one that I think would be pretty dope. I haven't done it yet, but like a sip and paint, like picnic.
And paint picnic.
Like a sip and paint picnic. I think that would be like extremely dope. Like just 2 canvases, paint. We have wine or whatever the other person wants to drink, and then like little finger sandwiches or fruits or some shit, like something light and fun.
Okay.
And just paint whatever. I think that'd be with a blunt. But
I was about to say that. I was going to say that. You already know I was about to say this is a 420 friendly day, ain't it?
It gotta be. What? It ain't a me party till there's weed in the pot.
Yo, and that's beautiful because it's good to hear like, yo, that love, because a lot of times it's like with even the industry, a lot of the music, right? It's like you hear independent, and there's nothing wrong with independent. There's nothing wrong with being independent, but it's like, yo, you don't hear love anymore. Not a lot of people promoting love, healthy love.
For sure.
Where it's like, take that woman on a date, make her feel special, give her some flowers, open the door for her, make her feel like a queen. Right. So it's like, yo, for you to say, yo, a sip and paint in the park is private, you're intimate, talking, smoking a little bit, drinking, getting to know each other. It's like, yo, that's the type of stuff you see in movies.
Yeah.
So it's good to hear,
from. I don't know.
It's good to hear a woman to say, yo, that's still in style. It's like, yo, we like that.
For sure. Like, honestly, a majority of the dates that I've gone on when people do take me on dates, it's kind of like the basic dinner or a dinner in a movie. First off, we can't really talk in a movie.
Can't talk in a movie.
You can't really get to know somebody in a movie. You're just sitting next to them watching the movie. And then it's just, that's so boring. Why? Right. Y'all can do that at the house. Why y'all gonna go out and do that and spend money and do that? That make no sense. If you're gonna go out and spend money doing something fun or something different, it don't gotta cost money. Like a sip and paint in the park ain't gonna cost a lot. Right. Canvases at the store is like $7 for a pack of 2.
Okay. So
go get the paint at the dollar store. Like, it don't cost that much to be creative. It's just people don't put that much thought or effort into it.
And that's the thing, right? So it's like we live in a material world, right? Birkin bag me. Get me the red bottles.
I'm not going on a date with him till he give me a Birkin. Fuck
right.
Birkin. That Birkin, give me some land. I don't want no fucking Birkin. What am I gonna do with a Birkin? What? I can find a bag that look just like a Birkin at TJ Maxx. I mean, granted, that they gonna look at it ain't gonna have the Birkin on it, but still.
Wow.
It's gonna be $40, $50. I think the most I've ever spent on a purse is $40, $50. I don't go higher than that.
Okay, so let me ask you. Okay, a man that loves you for you, right? Puts you first. Gentleman, he's not cheating. He don't have a whole lot of drama with him, right? He loves you. Sometimes like you get caught up in a person that's like they just want to make that person happy. This is my person. I love them, right? That's one side. So we'll say that's A. Person with the money. Whatever you want, you can have, but they may not be as connected. It may not be that connection, but they have the money. So like, where you want to fly? You get mad, okay, well, I'm gonna take you to Jamaica. I'm gonna, whatever, buy you gifts, buy you the Birkin, buy you the red box. Right? I pretty much already know the answer, but I'm still gonna ask you, like, would you prefer, right, the high maintenance lifestyle with the man with the money who's not as affectionate, who's not as attentive, who may have other women, because he has money. It's like, you dime a dozen. Like, I can, I got money. So as long as I got money, women is always going to chase me. Or the man that may not have all the money. He may be working at Foot Locker. He might not make the money. But he says, here, babe, this is my check. Which one means the most to you?
The one that I would definitely go with the one that wouldn't have as much money. As long as they made me happy, because at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. I mean, money comes and goes, and it's not the end all be all if you don't have it. I mean, if there's a will, there's a way. If you really want to, you can. My whole thing is, as long as you're willing to get up and go make some money, we good. I'm not saying I'm not expecting the person I end up with to be rich or have 6 figures. I mean, unless I have 6 figures, then you got to be on my level. But
you can't go down.
right now to sit there and expect that you have 6 figures, because
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing, right? And that's beautiful to hear, because like the majority of most people is money, 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 money. If they ain't got this, they ain't got that. And it's like, I get it. We all want to be secure. We all want, you don't want to go down. But I'm gonna tell you a quick story before we get to the song, right? My parents, my dad, that's him right here behind me. This picture right here, that's my dad, right? They were married 40 years, right? So I asked my mom one day, like, yo, what was it about it? That y'all connected. What was like their first date, right? She said, yo, we got coffee. We went to a park. He didn't have a lot of money at the time. Said, so we got coffee and we split a hot dog in the park, right? They connected. They talked. It was like you said, they in the park. It was the moment they connected, 40 years later, right? They always been together. No fights. My whole life, I never seen them argue, never seen them fight until he passed. You know what I mean? Even then, they didn't argue. He just passed. But it's like, I never seen him hang out. I've never seen him, any issues with other women. Never seen him get in an argument. And it's like, yo, so mom. So I had a question with her, and I'm like, yo, mom, so what was it that made you choose him? He didn't have the most. She said he had genuine love. She said we had a connection, and it was like, yo, we made it agree. This is what I want. This is what he want. And we stuck to it. So it's like, we didn't have a lot. Is now, the time they wind up getting a lot. But it's like in the beginning, she said, yo, it was tight. But we had each other. Right. So it's like a lot of times I have a conversation. It's like people, they not willing to struggle. Like, no, I'm not busting no struggle with you. Like, yo, come back when you get it together.
And that I'm the opposite of that, because it's in the struggle that you find out who needs to be there in your success.
See, I knew it, yo. That's why I introduced you the way I did in the beginning, because you're different, yo. Like you're like a unicorn, right? And I'm not flirting or nothing like that. Don't take it that way. Don't take it that way, right? I'm saying that you're a unicorn because it's like, yo, when people look at you, right, they're like, yo, she's dime, she's beautiful, right? But not only are you beautiful on the outside, you're beautiful on the inside. It's like, yo, it's like even the way you answer the questions, like you're a genuine person. Like, yo, if you trying to bring something to the table, I'm gonna work with you. Where a lot of people are superficial, right? You don't find a lot of women that's, beautiful, glamorous and stuff like that. It's like a lot of them, they're superficial. Like, yo, you're the opposite, which makes you more beautiful, if that makes sense. So it's like, yo, when people see that, and it's like, yo, not only is she looks good, but it's like, yo, she's good on the inside. A lot of people may look good, but then it's like their personality stinks. Or vice versa. He may have money or he may be fresh to death, but his attitude, he don't respect women. He sucks. So it's like, yo, when you see genuine people that's good on the inside and good on the outside, it's very rare. And again, like I said, I know you were raised right, because you have morals, you have principles, you have a standard. Don't get me wrong. Everybody should have a standard. But it's like you're down to earth and you're real. And that's rare in 2021.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I definitely pride myself in being real.
Yeah. So salute to you on that. Okay. Yo, what's your ethnicity, if you don't mind breaking it down for the people?
Puerto Rican and Guyanese.
Puerto Rican and Guyanese. Yeah, dope. All right. We're gonna leave that alone for the people, yo. All right. If y'all gonna play a game, you better do the right thing. When she gonna bust them windows.
The windows at your car. I'm saying that I don't know way there.
That's a fact, yo. So I definitely salute you, yo. So let's jump to the song right quick, because I heard you got some heat right now. You got some heat.
I have one dropping soon. I haven't figured out when yet, but I do have one dropping soon, and I am going to give you guys a little sneak peek of the song.
All right, yeah. So this is a proof exclusive. A lot of people, nobody heard it, so this is the first time. Yeah, this is the first listen. Proof exclusive.
Let's go.
Right. Let's get it.
If you wanna be with me, baby, there's a price to pay. I'm a genie in the bottle. You gotta you do. I like what 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 you do. Rub on my lap and I'll grant you 3 wishes. You better not compare me to none of these bitches. Roll with the gang on my bitches is vicious. Give me a chopper body, come a miss. Got these niggas seeing down on damn. They just want a chance to be my man. Got him doing everything he can. Baby, say my wishes is man. Move on, I'm rockin' with me too. He give it all to give me food. Pull up the cheese and spin it. Whatever I want, I get it. On the prize, come with me. He give it all to give me. Pull up the cheese and spin it. Whatever I want, I get it. If you wanna be with me, baby, there's a price to pay. I'm a genie in the bottle. You gotta rub me the right way. If you wanna be with me, I can make your wish come true. You gotta make a big impression. I like what you do. 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 I like what you do.
Yeah, that's fire right there, yo. And the thing is like, yo, you creative, you made it your own way. Then it's like, even with the guitars and the band and the instrumentation and the song, that's dope. And you say you have performed that song a couple times, right?
Yeah, I have performed that one a couple times. That one is one of the songs that people have really seemed to vibe with when I do perform. So
Yeah, and that's the thing. And you said the video and everything is coming. It's going to be released coming soon. We don't know the date technically yet, but it's coming.
Yeah, but it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to tap in. They're gonna definitely have to follow you and stay in tune. That's the
sure.
thing, yo. It's like, yo, you're very creative, and I know that you're gonna go far. You're gonna keep pushing the envelope, and you're gonna keep evolving, right? But it's like you're a genuine spirit. So I keep saying that because, like, yo, you're really down to earth, and it's like, yo, you're a vibe in itself. It's like, yo, from the 420, you like to have a good time. Like, yo, you're very creative. You're doing the music. You wear different hats, the modeling, the acting. Now you're learning studio engineering and stuff like that. What can people expect going into 2022 with VSKYE?
2022, more music. Hopefully more acting. I'm definitely trying to get into doing more skits as well. And just a lot more things. Even with the studio that I'm working with, hopefully having movies with them and stuff as well, being able to record and do some movies, shoot some movies with them as well. And hopefully maybe by this time next year, you'll see me on Tubi.
Yeah, that would be dope right there. Tubi, Amazon, all of that. Like, yo, so we're gonna speak it in, we're gonna speak it into existence because, yo, you put in the work. That's the thing. It's like you put in the work. So let's break it down for the people right quick. And I'm gonna let you go because I know you got your niece. Is it a niece or nephew on the way? Nephew. Okay. Yeah. So salute to that. Yeah, salute. Y'all know the name already?
Yeah, his name is Aston. Shout out to Aston.
Salute to Aston, yo. Welcome to the world, yo. Salute to Aston right there. So, yo, we'll look back on this interview like, yo, and she was doing the interview when you was born. So that's dope right there. So again, right, it's like, yo, I wish you the best because I know that doors are going to continue to open for you, right? You're very creative, very talented, right? So let me ask you, okay, I know it wasn't always easy for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in some of your toughest moments, if you had to think back, like some of the hardest times of your life, where you're like, yo, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. We all have those moments. It's like, yo, your success, your fame and everything didn't happen overnight. You put in a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you could think back to like, yo, one of the darkest times, right, of your life, where it's like, yo, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. How did you maintain? How did you stay focused? How did you get through it?
Really just knowing that everything I have been put through and everything I've gone through has been for a reason. And although other people have gone through it as well, I have gone through it not only to learn lessons, but so I can be a voice for the people that don't have the voice, I guess.
Right. Empowering others.
Yeah. pretty much. So I can go through it, so I can be able to, because although other people have gone through it, nobody's able to talk about it in the way that I have been gifted, I guess, to talk about it.
Yeah, and that's real right there. So you're giving a voice to the voiceless, and those people will connect with you, and those will be your fans. You know, kind of like Beyonce has the Beehive. I think I don't want to quote nobody else wrong, but I know they had a movement. Nicki has who's the Nickies? What are they? The Barbs. All right, so so what
Kidding.
What would the VSKYEs be? What would your fan supporters be?
I be debating that all the time, trying to think about what they would be. I've come up with so many goofy names. I'm not even sure. It's the Sky Highs, Cloud Nines. I don't know what would be a good like fan base name for VSKYE. My Little Stars. I don't know. That's kind of cute.
Yeah, My Little Stars. Yeah.
Cute, my stars. Oh, I don't know. We gonna stick with that one for now though, because I can't think of nothing.
Okay, so let me ask you, if you could blow it down, right, with Willie Nelson, Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa, Cypress Hill, who's another good weed smoker? Dave Chappelle. Who would you blow the cipher down with? Oh, Method. Let's throw Method Man and Redman in there as well.
I feel like Snoop Dogg would smoke me under the table. I feel like I'd be dumb smacked by like his third one. But I would kind of still want to say Snoop. I feel like he would have me rolling. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he would have me rolling.
Wow.
So I would pick Snoop. I feel like
I can see that y'all in there dancing and having a good time, because Snoop likes to dance and have a good time, and you like to have a good time. So that would definitely I could definitely see that.
I feel like Snoop I'd be able to vibe with, and I feel like he would be having me crack up.
Yeah, that's real. So if you could do a feature for anybody in the game right now, who would you pick?
A feature with anybody in the game right now. Chris Breezy.
Breezy. All the way. Would you dance with him? Because you're a dancer. You be dancing.
He gonna have to teach me.
So you wouldn't battle him like Drake? Drake brought what he had.
Listen, if I were to dance battle Chris, it would look a lot like the No Guidance video. I'd be Drake though.
Right. But Drake, he brought what he had.
You see that? Ooh, you can't talk.
Oh shit! That would be dope though. But I mean, he brought what he had. That's Chris Brown. Like, you just can't jump in a battle.
Yeah, that man be popping and locking it to the flow and back up some more. But
yeah. That's dope. That's dope right there. So definitely, I know that would be a banger right there.
For sure. I feel like our voices would sound real dope together too. Like I feel like that would be a banger.
Yeah, it definitely would, And that's the thing, right? And it's like, I know it can happen. It's like, because you put in the work.
Summer Walker.
Summer Walker.
Oh
wow. Okay. All right.
So
okay. So now you're bringing them out. That's my people's right there. Now you're talking about Summer Walker. Now I'll tell you about Summer Walker now. Nah, I'm joking. But what's your favorite Summer Walker song, man?
Favorite Summer Walker song is Right.
Yeah, she's definitely another one.
Right.
That's soul. She has a soulful voice, but she's a rebel. And her style, like, it's like it doesn't. I'm not gonna say it doesn't match, because it's who she is.
She's not so much. I just love the fact that she's a rebel, because like everybody says I'm innocent, but I would love to think that I'm like a rebel at heart.
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing. So it's like she's another one. Like, you would think, you would hear her voice and you would think she looks one way, and it's like she's not following the industry rules. Like, y'all can do what y'all want. I'm gonna do it my way.
I love it. I stand.
It's working for her. And that's the thing, So okay, let me ask you, what's your thoughts on HER?
My thoughts on what?
HER, the singer. HER.
I really love her, actually. She is so talented, to be honest.
So now I'm gonna put you under the bus.
She got one up on me. She can play instruments. I can't.
She can play instruments. So now I gotta put you under the bus.
Why?
I gotta put you under the bus. So, all right, Summer Walker, right? In the verses.
Okay.
Summer Walker.
Okay.
Her.
Okay.
Janae Aiko. And what's my girl? Jasmine Sullivan. Who are you going
Jasmine
with?
Sullivan, Summer Walker, Janae Aiko, and her.
Right. Who you rolling with?
That's a toughie.
Yeah, it is. That's why I said I'm putting you under the bus.
That's a toughie. Summer Walker, Janae Aiko, Jasmine Sullivan, and her. I'm gonna have to go with because they're not even all in the same like
They're all different. They're all
vibe.
different.
That's what makes it so hard. Like what? Okay, I would have to say Jasmine has a really strong voice, but I would have to say her because her can play instruments.
She can play instruments.
She can play instruments.
All right, now I told you that. I can tell you about some. Summer's gonna see this. You know that, right?
Summer can play instruments too. I know that. Summer can play instruments too. I'm not saying she can't. You got this girl. You got this girl. You still a bad bitch. But no, like she can play instruments too. Summer is really dope also.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't know. Like I'm going. Man, why you got? I said what I said.
Right.
I
That's tough. Yeah, I would give it to her. I would just say her because she plays the instruments, and I think Summer Walker down the road, she has room to grow.
Yeah.
I think Summer Walker because her has a little more music than
Hers
Summer
been
Walker.
out longer too. That's what
She has. Yeah,
more
definitely.
Vlogs.
Okay, so you would definitely roll with her.
Yeah, her.
So Janae Aiko, it ain't gonna make it.
Janae Aiko is a vibe too, but out of you gave me an ultimatum, so I had to.
Okay, so all right, okay, let's take it back to No Guidance real quick.
Because I like all of them, but yeah.
All right, because it's hard to find a versus for Breezy. It's hard to find a versus.
So when somebody told me the other day it would be a
What's
good
that?
versus for Breezy, which I think would be a dope versus for Breezy, but it also, I mean, shit, it would be ratings too. Rihanna.
Yeah.
Somebody said Rihanna would be.
Say her name on this show. You got to put billionaire. You got to put a billionaire respect on Rihanna's name. Like she's.
I know, and I rock with both of them heavy. I love both of them heavy, but I'm saying like to be able to compete and keep up with Chris Brown, I feel like it would have to be Rihanna.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna ante it up.
Crazy, and that's a crazy one, but you gotta understand how many views that would get if you could get both of them under the same roof.
Out of the window, that would be dope. I want to ante it up though. I want to ante it up for you because I like that. I would love that versus, right? But let me ante it up. Let's take Rihanna, right, and settle it once and for all.
Okay.
Let's take Rihanna. And let's put her against Beyonce. Who wins?
You can't do that.
Why?
You can't do that because nobody. Yeah, they both equally good. I mean, no, Beyonce's voice is just a lot strong. Like Rihanna sings, but she's not a singer.
Right.
Beyonce is a singer, so you put up a singer against a singer.
Right. I would give it to Rihanna though. To be honest, I would roll with Rihanna.
You would give it to Rihanna between the two?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, when you talk about hits and stuff like that, because it's kind of like, if you think about it, right? It's like when Beyonce was doing her thing, right? Mm-hmm. She was Destiny's Child, branching out, whatever. Rihanna was on top of the game. Like they kind of put a halt on Rihanna, opened up a lane, then Beyonce took off. Nothing to take away from Beyonce.
Right.
But it's like they kind of halted Rihanna.
Right.
And then Beyonce took off. But when they both were in the game at the same time, Rihanna was dominating.
You're right. I could see that. She technically worth more than Beyonce too.
She won the best. So even if she loses the verses, she's won in life. Okay. She's won. Okay. And then with Chris Brown, I would love to see him and Drake. Hits wise. We talking about hits. I ain't talking about, Chris is the performer. We know Chris will perform Drake in the ground.
Chris got way more hits than Drake.
Right. But a lot of people will say Drake is the favorite. I would roll with Chris.
I think you put anybody against Chris and Chris not win. That's just my opinion. Even with him, I mean, with him and Rihanna, that's a close call. But like anybody else that you put up against Chris, I feel like they'd have a hard time winning that versus battle because Chris got a shit ton of hits. I'm talking about I went to his Heartbreak on a Full Moon.
About 12, right?
And I was singing that song. I was singing the entire concert from beginning to end. And I'm talking about he was playing all his hits from when I grew up on top of the songs that were hits on the album. So, like, Chris got it all the way. Chris got that.
He's definitely the MJ of today. He's definitely like the greatest entertainer in my book. Chris Brown. There ain't even no thought about it. No question. Hands down, Chris Brown is definitely the king.
For sure.
Yo, so okay, all right, we're gonna get off of that. Yo, that's dope right there, right? So okay, yo, with you, right? We want to give you your flowers now. First, before we do the flowers, right? You got any announcements or shout outs you want to do real quick?
Okay, yes, I have. Oh, I also have a feature I've had dropped since the last time we spoke as well with another artist. His name is I Am. That's EYEAM. Featuring me, and it's a song called Best of You.
Best of You.
That's a real dope song as well. So check that out. That's on all social media platforms as well. I mean, all streaming platforms as well.
Okay.
Just stay tuned for Genie. Stay tuned for future projects as well. Got a lot of big things coming soon. So stay tuned. Shout out to Tone the Goat. Shout out to Tom Tom. Shout out to my producer, Ju Got the Sauce.
Nice.
Shout to Go House Studios, studio I'm working at. Don't forget to check out the movies Best Buds and Bloody Neighborhood on Tubi. It's completely free, so go check it out. You have no excuses. But and follow me on all social media platforms under vskyeofficial. That is VSKYE official. So yeah, and just stay tuned for any future announcements on my social media platforms as well. Yeah. Got a lot of big things coming, so.
And that's the thing right there. So let me ask. I asked you last time, down the road, right? Mm-hmm. As stuff continues to happen, would you come back and rock with us again, or this was it? Like, you didn't piss me off for the last time, so I'm done with you.
Well, I think I'm gonna come back.
All right, yeah, so, all right.
I'm kidding, definitely for sure. You already know it. I'm definitely down to come back. I enjoy the vibes always.
Yeah, and that's the thing right there, yo. And I definitely believe in you, yo, and I definitely support everything you're doing, yo. I encourage everybody that if you're not following her, be sure to follow her on social media.
I see your growth too with this whole podcast, and I think that's a vibe also. You definitely, even people that like artists that I've met around Atlanta, like performing at places too, I've seen that you've done interviews with them too, so I think it's so cool when I see it pop up on my feed. Wow. But I think that's crazy. So keep it up also.
Yeah, I salute you. Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. And it's all about helping the artists get out there, you know, that exposure. But it's like, really, it's like a community. We got to stick together, you know, do some features, help each other out, you know, cross promote. That's how we grow. So it's like, yo, I definitely appreciate everybody that come up here. Definitely appreciate you, you know what I mean? Because like I said, you came in the beginning when I was first starting out. And it's like, yo, there was no hesitation about it. Like, yeah, I do this show and see how far you come. That's amazing. I truly have love for you. I have love for your music. I'm definitely a fan and everything you're doing. And I just wish and pray, right, that blessings and opportunities continue to come your way because you don't find genuine people in this game.
For sure.
You're one of those people that I consider a friend, even though I never met you in person. I consider you a friend that became family at this point now.
For sure.
Because like I said, I genuinely have a love for you. It's like, yo, I feel like, you know, you're good people. So that's a vibe right there. And it's like, yo, down the road, one day I'm going to be in Atlanta and we're going to have to blow it down.
I already know it.
We're going to have to blow it. So what we're smoking on? What we're going to be smoking? We smoking runts or we're going to smoke regular?
Whatever they get at that time.
So we can roll up regular.
I stay away from the regular. They usually regular equals mid. So we going
The mid ain't gonna kick it. The mid ain't gonna happen. No, we can't do the mid. Yeah, we gotta do the good stuff.
No headaches. It's
yeah, no headache.
Pain. I give it.
Right, that's a fact right there. So now we definitely gonna maybe some moon rocks or something. Yeah, we'll do it real big.
I like your style.
Yeah, you know, I gotta pull out the best.
Them, but I heard them things dangerous. But you know, I'm with it.
All right. What about dab? You dab a little bit?
I've done them before. I don't do it too
Okay.
often, but I've done them before. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, we put it together, yo, because the team actually planning on coming out there to shoot some films and stuff like that. We do like little skits as well. So
Okay.
by the end of the year, we're talking about going to Atlanta, but I definitely reach out and let you know. But again, yo, I want to give you your flowers and celebrate you on today because, like, you're a genuine person, and I really appreciate you. I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate you coming up here. I appreciate your talents and what you're doing for the game. And I just wanted to celebrate you on today. And like last time, I enjoyed you. It was always a vibe, yo. And it's like, yo, I wish you the best. And yo, thank you for coming through. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Yo, this is the Proof in the Pudding podcast show. I go by the name of Scion919. I'm sitting here with my good peoples, VSKYE, representing Atlanta by way of Orlando, Florida. Yo, y'all be sure to follow her on all social medias. Check out her music. Yo, she's definitely already a star. She's a legend. One day y'all gonna look back and be like, damn, I remember her from the Proof. And she's gonna be on that big stage. And there's gonna be people saying, I don't know who I would put in the verses against VSKYE because she has so many styles. I don't know who she has so many hits. I don't even know who we will put in the verses.
Have my goal to make it where nobody can go up against me in the verses.
Yeah, and I know you can do it, yo. I know you can do it, and I believe in you, and I genuinely have love for you, and I love you. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you want to close it out, I'm gonna let you close it out. This is VSKYE on the Proof, and thank everybody for tuning in. We love y'all. Hope y'all have a blessed weekend. Everybody stay safe, and most importantly, yo, love each other. Life is real.
For sure. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Thank y'all so much for vibing out with me. It means the absolute world. Don't forget to go get all my music on all platforms, okay? Don't forget, storms will always come, but soon comes bright skies. And with that note, thank y'all so much and have a great night.
All right. We love y'all. Peace, y'all. All right.